Also, I simultaneously broadcast on Twitch. Oh shit, it's Pee Wee's bike right here. And we're in the illustrious, famous uh, Alamo Alamo Draft House, a movie theater, in front of the Pee Wee Herman bike. Which, I mean, let's be real. Holy crap, Pee Wee's bike is awesome. But we're at the bottom part of it, which is like almost like a museum to all the old like movies and stuff. Look, they did have elevators. E. E. They did have elevators. Huh? Wow.
To read the synopsis.
There's definitely schlock. But yeah, we're here to check out the new Superman movie, which I'm pretty anxious to see. German, Italian, Asian, Japan, Middle East. Oh, we get some Giallo films in here. Hobgoblins. Oh man, Hobgoblins was awesome. What? They got critters and critters too. Erotic tattooing and piercings. Ooh, that's very nice. Is that the lair of the worm woman? The lair of the white worm.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
The lair of the worm, of the white worm. Oh my God, Fear. This place got all the good stuff. The Tingler. Ooh. Vincent Price in The Tingler. I seen this movie. This was awesome. But yeah, we're here to watch in this really cool theater. Here to watch the Superman movie. I think maybe we can sit down and we'll talk a few minutes about it, and then when the movie's over, we'll go come back and say how we really felt. Ooh, ladybugs. You gotta love ladybugs. Child in Waiting. Some good stuff here. Superfly.
Hey, look at that.
Dennis Leary when he wasn't an ass. Well,
He was always an
less of an ass. Ali G, I heard, is an even bigger asshole, which I always thought he was, but is that Body Count with Brigitte Nielsen? Jesus, Brigitte.
Oh my God, look how young they are.
Woo, look at that hair. That's amazing. Oh, look at that. Ghostbusters 1. Wait, can you rent this? Free rentals? Wow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Heart of Darkness, I've seen that one. Is that the one with the lions?
No, that's a Ghost in the Darkness. That's what I thought it was too. Because I thought Tim Roth was Michael Douglas. Like, look, Michael Douglas, right?
Michael Douglas.
There's not.
Oh.
No, Ghost in the Darkness is dope.
Yeah. Though I don't like how they put like human personalities to animals. But apparently those motherfuckers was eating motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like all the time. Infinity, what's going on, my dude? Yeah, we're in the movie. We're in this cool movie theater that has like old school VHS for free rental again, apparently. The Protector. Oh, Jackie Chan. Hell yeah. I've seen this one. The Jackie Chan movies are always good. The later, the better. Like Top Cop or Super Cop? Super Cop.
You're thinking of Police Story.
Yeah, Police Story. Blue Steel. So they did steal something.
Jamie Lee Curtis.
Jamie Lee Curtis and
yeah,
Blue Steel.
Yeah, that's right. She was the cop. And what's this guy's name?
Apocalypse
It's
Now.
Catherine Bigelow's film.
Ooh. She does decent work. Hands of Steel. Oh my god. Hands of Steel. With my man in it,
This actually looks pretty cool.
Stunts.
It's literally just a movie about stuntmen. And it's
That
like,
that does sound cool.
yeah, it's like boasts participation in the film's industry is the most respected and revered stuntmen, while surpassing the excessive limits and stunts that are far more daring than any yet seen on film. A unique first, the stuntmen reveal the stuntmen themselves have actually created the stunts they are dared. I mean, look, no, look at this picture. The guy's hanging from the helicopter over a car chase where the car is on like two wheels.
Ooh. Good. That's good old fashioned stunting.
Like, I need to find this movie.
That's good old fashioned stunting.
And
look at that picture.
I mean,
I think it speaks for itself. Look at that.
I'm not going to be in this part of town.
Yeah. This is a long way to bring back something. We got 20 more. We got 20 minutes. You want to sit down and talk about this movie for a second? Oof, they got all the Godzilla posters, King Kong posters. Ooh, a giant Stay Puft. I always said his name wrong. I didn't realize it was Stay Puft. I always thought it was like the same word. Yeah, I thought that was a thing. But it's like, no, it's a marshmallow company, and the phrase was it stays puffed. I was like, oh shit, I feel like the scumbag. I never realized it. All right, so enough of that. Me and E back at it again. We're here to watch Superman. Now, do you want to just come in and talk about kind of your fears about this movie?
I mean,
Do you have any?
Not really.
No, really.
I mean, I'm like, this is the third or fourth Superman we've seen in our lifetime.
The Brendan Ralph one was horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we saw him get chirped out by Kumar.
Oh my god, you pulled him from the top jaw.
Yeah.
There's
So,
some water.
right now, that's the floor.
Yeah.
So, you know,
I thought Henry Cavill was pretty close to the ceiling.
I mean, no, I think
I really like Henry Cavill.
I really like Henry Cavill, but that you never really got to see that, and you never got a sequel, so you never really see it comfortable.
And honestly, I liked Man of Steel.
I did too.
I didn't like that he killed Zod, and I didn't like how Pa Kent let himself be killed.
And we've had this conversation. Like, I think what's really sad about the whole Zack Snyder Justice League thing was that we never really got a chance to really finish the story. And like, you know, the Zack Snyder Justice League movie is way better than what they released. But like, how that shit all.
You mean the Snyder cut?
Yeah. Like, you know, but and I'm not gonna say that, you know, Man of Steel is a perfect movie.
No.
There's issues.
It was a 7.5. I thought a solid 7.5.
The parts that work phenomenally well.
Yeah.
And I think those parts, like,
Because honestly, after I saw that movie, I said that's how I want my Superman fights to be. I want to be fast-paced, almost like Dragon Ball Z style, like flying through the city. They're doing all kinds of shit. They were following them around with the speed and stuff. I thought that was the perfect way of doing
I
it.
mean, I think it was cool. And so, I mean, like, fears, no, I think it's, part of me is like, this might be the movie at least I probably need.
Mm.
They're just trying to be really optimistic. It's
Mm.
just trying to be like, we got the fucking shorts on and everything. And I mean, right now, I have issues with, the costume design.
I don't like it.
I
I don't
have,
like it that much. I don't like his face.
I mean, like, there's a couple of, there's a bunch of stuff, choices that I would have made.
I
All
don't. I
that,
don't think his face. He doesn't look like
well, I
Superman.
mean, all that to be said, that, like James Gunn's superhero stuff.
Yeah.
I won't say it's bad. It's just not necessary.
I'm not a huge fan of it because I think we've talked about this on a couple of occasions. It's like he wants to use your toys, but doesn't have any reverence for what those toys were.
I won't say he doesn't have any reverence. He's picked characters that don't have any real history or reverence, so you could do that. Superman is an institution on its own.
Yeah.
That Mickey Mouse are one of the most recognized
Yeah.
things
Yeah.
on the planet. So he's dealing with things with a lot of history.
Yeah. A lot of gravitas to it.
All that to be said, I can't say that he doesn't know how to make a story. And I can't say that the movies he made, if I say that I have some disagreements with him on a philosophical level, if you want to say that. But the way he did it, Guardians of the Galaxy, nobody gives a fuck about Guardians of the Galaxy
No.
before that.
No.
And all their popularity, you have to.
It's because of him.
is
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
And you can't watch those movies and say, you know what, that's a fun movie.
I like the first one. That's about it. I didn't watch any of the others.
Well, I mean, I would say watch the other one. I mean, just literally just in terms of the trilogy of the movie, going from the character arc of Chris Pratt.
That's another reason I don't like Chris Pratt.
You can have issues with Chris Pratt, but the arc that character goes through between those three movies, it's a full arc. It's an arc that is satisfying for the movie that you're trying to tell. Again, you can have all the issues with the philosophical and Marvel issues on top of it, but purely from a storytelling and a movie making thing, no, the dude knows what he's doing. So I'm kind of going into this with letting all my preconceptions go, how I would want, the sort of heartbreak of the previous, iteration of all this stuff, how the tragedy of that it never got to be.
It never didn't get to be a thing,
Exactly. And just go into this and be like, yeah, because I watched Future Commandos, and it's James Gunn.
I didn't think it was bad.
No, he has a formula, and for a purely storytelling entertainment version, his formula does work. He makes entertaining good stories. We'll see what he does here.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, I don't have much fears besides maybe two things. One, that they don't give the character the reverence he deserves, and also, again, the look. He just doesn't sell me on Superman. His look, his costume, it feels. I don't want to say low rent, but it feels like almost off world.
Well, we don't know yet. You like this thing. You have to. To me, you can't really tell by a trailer. You can't really tell by stills. You have to watch the movie and see what the movie's actually trying to give you in terms of the language of the movie.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Again, are these choices I would make? No, I hate Superman with a collar. I want to see the aesthetic of Henry Cavill outside of him being one of the most handsome people on the fucking planet.
His suit was good.
But I mean, the suit, even the chest hair popping out of the suit,
Yeah, it was
how
good.
the cape even falls. Even when I draw Superman, that's how I draw Superman. I like those aspects of it that it's him more than the suit.
Yeah, and I'm kind of worried a little bit about the tone itself, because I'm worried that he's gonna be too light or too jokey.
No.
I don't need Deadpool Superman.
I mean, I don't think it's gonna be that. I mean, My Adventures with Superman. That show that came out a few years ago and had that second season last year. I felt that was okay, this is a good way to update Superman and have humor with it, but still.
I like the Lois, but don't at the same time. She's a lot more timid than actual Lois Lane, and for me personally, whenever I look at Lois Lane, and this is the same thing I have with Wonder Woman when they have this, Wonder Woman's dating Superman because they're both strong. That's not what appeals to either one of them. The strength isn't that because they're the strength. It's the strength when you don't have it. Lois Lane is fearless and fierce. And if
Oh,
you had the
well, like,
personality of Lois Lane and the power of Superman,
but
then you'd be like unstoppable.
yeah.
But like Lois Lane is a mere human and
Well,
has that
but
kind of
the
fierceness.
thing with that show is that like it is, it is Superman as a college graduate. Like he's supposed to be 2021, and the versions of superheroes that we grew up with and a lot of stuff that we see on the screen. Superman is 35.
Yeah.
Lois Lane is like these are grown ups. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
They're fully formed sort of characters in that sense, and this season sort of come to age.
Yeah.
And I would say that there is sort of room for a young version of Superman, and I think the way they showed it on that in that show was a great way because to me, just how we've seen these reiterations over and over and over again.
Yeah.
The things I'm always looking for is like, do they have the core essence of the character? And
The,
Superman he's a good dude.
yeah.
At the end of the day, that's really what it is. He's a good dude trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Batman he's a bad dude trying to do the right thing.
You
And
figure that?
like in terms of like Batman is about taking your darkness and making something out positive out of it.
Yeah.
It's that, and he's the smartest guy in the room.
Yeah.
Superman is a good dude trying to do the right thing for the right reason.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
the world around him might not always do the right thing, but he's always going to try and do the right thing.
We should probably go in. So yeah, I mean, we didn't really talk about the movie as much. We're going in blank slate. I went in. I didn't really watch anything or listen to anybody say anything. So we're gonna come back. We'll talk about it afterwards. Thanks for watching. If you in fact, I will see you